Well, good morning. What are you doing up at this hour? Usually we start with the control room bump shot. It's a little weird not to see the people working in there. Where's Michael? Where's the Steadicam guy? Must have had to go home early. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the 12 Today After Show. This is Paul. That's Jen alongside Adam Bagney. First time on the show?
Yeah, first time on the show. I'm excited to be here.
There are no rules.
No
Just
rules?
right. It's like Outback Steakhouse in here. It's the internet. You can say everything except the F word,
Very
which
cool.
we could probably say. But
I think we could say it. Technically.
I'm not going to press my luck. Good morning to Olene, to Chris, Benita, Darlene, Shelly, Aaron, Susan, Shelly again. Thanks for popping in, guys. You guys drive the discussion of this show. Your comments fuel the direction we take it. We want to start with our juicy question of the morning, which garnered so many responses. Were you looking at how many people texted in? Here's one more look at the question. Survey of Americans. What is the most overpriced item? We had such a wide-ranging number of guesses. Everything from cars to houses to cable bills to movie theater popcorn. We want to know what you guys think. What costs way too much? Adam, since you're new to the show, let's start with you. What costs more than it should?
Well, see, I was going to say ballpark food.
Oh, that's
But how about anything at a bar?
Yeah.
Right? A beer, a drink, you know, you can buy the whole bottle typically for the cost of, 2 glasses.
This is why I stay out of Old Town Scottsdale.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I could drink a whole fifth in my own apartment for the cost of a couple drinks.
Exactly.
What about you?
Hey, I'm still sticking with coffee drinks. I mean,
Yeah.
$6. I cannot get over this. My husband and I, there's a place right by our house. We will not go. It's very popular. We love it. The drinks are fantastic, but we just, out of principle, I cannot spend $6 on an unsweetened green tea that costs a whole 10 cents to me. It's not even a coffee drink.
Emma drinks a lot of soda. I call it pop where I'm from, but either way.
Yeah.
The fact that they charge whatever they charge for it, wherever you are, it literally costs pennies on the dollar to make.
Right.
The answer, what was the answer for this, by the way?
Wasn't it Cars?
No, it wasn't Cars.
What was the answer?
Producer Alyssa, concert tickets.
Sorry.
Was the actual answer. And I
Thank
argue
you.
that if you like music out here in the Valley, you don't have to overpay for concert tickets. We have so many venues where it's pretty cheap to go see a good show. A lot of people said cable bills.
I can agree with that.
A lot of people said cell phone bills. The cell phones themselves, although they do have a hefty price tag, I would argue are underpriced considering how much we use them.
Hey,
But you know, the ticket is the experience, though. It's kind of a different type of thing.
Right.
It's not like like you said, like alcohol and coffee is one thing, but that's an actual experience. You get to see somebody famous, most likely. You're out with your friends. So I think I could swallow that a little bit more.
Felice says bottled water is too expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Depends on the airport. Oh my gosh. We should say airport food.
Airport food. Yeah, anything at the
So
airport.
expensive.
It's because they've got you there. It's a trap.
Exactly. You forget your charger, $30.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Jennifer says movie theater, anything. Christina on that cable train. We had a conversation this morning about what you do about an overpriced cable bill. You have to call and be as crazy as possible. That's the only way to get it fixed.
You have to threaten.
Yeah.
Threaten. You have to literally say, I am shutting this cable bill down.
I can't do that.
I'm sorry, I'm canceling. No.
You have to. You have to go nuclear.
I'm sorry, that's the best we can do. You say, well, I'd like to shut it down. They're like, well, actually, now we can give you HBO.
Let me give you a supervisor just a second here.
Right.
You try to be polite when you deal with other people. Just a general rule, like don't be an ass. Like that's just a good life concept to try to glob onto.
Do you still have cable?
I do, although I tried to cut. Don't even get me started on this. No, this is a thing. I'm a sports guy. I love watching sports, and so this time of year, you just can't not have cable because sports is everywhere now. It's not just like NBC and ESPN, right? Like, you have to have CBS Sports Network. You have to have the NFL Network. You have to have the Pac-12 Network and the Big Ten Network. And especially not being from around here, to watch the things I want to watch, I have to have cable.
So I'm a sports guy, too.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube TV guy. They got most of them.
See,
I should be a salesman as I sell.
But there's the one thing.
But there is the one thing.
There's always the one thing.
You're right. You have to find a family member that still subscribes. Steal the password. That's the key.
Charmaine says healthcare costs way too much.
Oh,
yeah, I agree. That definitely costs way too much. Okay, guys. Gallon of gas. James complaining about gas prices, too. I'm with you. All right, let's change topics a little bit, starting with our ICYMI. If you don't have a chance to watch 12 Today on the air from 4:30 to 7 throughout the week, we have a lot of fun on the show. This is another hot topic that people are talking about this morning.
It's us, apparently.
Oh.
It won't be a happy Halloween for everyone. And we're already getting text messages about this. I agree with everyone that's texted us so far. One town in Virginia says trick-or-treating should have an age limit to 12. if you're 13 or older and caught going door to door, you could be fined or even go to jail.
I love all the dog costumes, by the way. Not to take away from the point that you're making here. I completely agree with you. You should not have an age.
This is ridiculous and takes away the fun of Halloween. I think I trick-or-treated until I was like 14.
I think that the people texting this morning, like you said, are on the right page.
Yes.
Because Jay says, don't question the age of kids or teens. Just give them candy. It's better they're out trick-or-treating than out creating mischief.
Agreed. Or inside playing Fortnite.
Mindy says the same thing. Never too old. Better than egging my house.
That's true, Mindy.
It's
I
true.
think anything, though, goes for that. Should there be an age limit for trick-or-treating? Like, is 17 too old? You know what? I don't think so.
Do people think they're just gaming the system, that 17-year-olds are going out and getting candy? Like, really?
But joke's on you, bud, because the candy that you're giving out to that 3-year-old is really going to mom and dad.
Right. And what if they look a little old for their age? Then what?
Sure. What are you going to do?
What if you got a
about
little
it?
wispy mustache at 12 years old, you know?
I'm going to card someone for Halloween.
ID, please.
Yeah.
Deanna, in the comment section, makes another great point. She says, how do you explain that to a special needs kid? That's
Right.
maybe 13 or 14 years
Yeah.
old. Oh, I'm sorry, you're too old to get candy.
Well,
now.
and also, who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, let's
Right.
say someone shows up, okay, they're a little over the limit, they look a little old, should they be trick-or-treating? But guess what? You throw them a piece of candy and then they're gone. They're off the
Right.
porch.
Yeah, it's not like they're
You know what I
holding
mean?
you up in your house.
Exactly. You give them a piece of candy, see you later. Oh, that kid was kind of old. You talk to your wife about it, you say, oh, that kid was kind of old. You know what I mean?
Should be finding something better to do. And then that's
yeah,
it.
but
Move
then he's
on.
gone. It's not like they stick around, so.
I love Jill. She says, no way. I still dress up with my kids and I'm 70. That is amazing. And somebody else, Rebecca, makes the great point that I wanted to make. I'd rather they be doing that than having them do illegal stuff. There are so many things that kids can get into any day of the week, or teens in this case. Let them have a little community fun. It's candy. Can we just be in the spirit of Halloween?
The law part is what gets me.
Yeah.
Rich said that. There definitely should be a law. It has to be a law that you can't walk up to somebody's house and ask for a piece of candy. That's ridiculous.
Adrian says,
Crazy.
no age limit, give out candy, enjoy the night,
Yeah.
period. And I completely agree. This is one of those things where I feel like people are just getting so worked up about something that is so trivial, like you said, Adam.
Yeah.
Aren't there bigger fish to fry here? Like, can't we just let people be people and have
People love
fun?
to complain.
Well, we complain the
They
same
love
way
it, yeah.
about how everyone is staring at their devices and no one
Right.
is social anymore. No one is out and interacting. Nobody knows their neighbors. Well, what better way to learn who your neighbors are than going out and walking door to door
Yeah.
and meeting people and
No
interacting with people? We should have Halloween 6 times a year. We should do this for
This is
adults.
getting you fired up.
Well, these are kids, for Christ's sake. Even at 13 or 14 years old, what's the rush to grow up?
But
Why do
even
we
if-
have to be too old for anything?
And even if you're as passionate as you about it, Paul, and you're on the other side and you say, I don't want these kids at my house, who cares? It's really not a big deal, you know?
If they're
Throw
causing
them the
trouble,
candy and get them out of here.
Then get them
Right,
out of there.
right,
But
that's
we're
it.
talking about going door to door begging for candy. Come on. How old were you when you stopped trick-or-treating, guys?
Gosh, I remember I think it was my junior, senior year of high school, a bunch of us cheerleaders dressed up and went out. And it was so much fun, and people gave us candy, and nobody cared. Here's my thing. If you want candy, you have to dress up. That is the only rule I have.
Right. Yeah,
You
don't
have to
just
put
show up.
a little bit of effort forth, whether that's like a, hey, this is my Halloween shirt, T-shirt, whatever. That's my only rule.
You know what I can remember is being super disappointed the first year that I didn't go. You know what I mean?
Like you're missing something.
Like I'm like too cool for this now. I'm too old to be out there asking for candy, but then like sitting in the house being like, oh man, I really wish I was out
Yeah.
there getting free candy. You know what I mean?
That's what Lisa says, too. As long as they're wearing a costume at our house, there's
Yep.
no need
It's
for a
good.
rule.
Yep.
Exactly.
That is a little annoying. I will say that when someone shows up trick or treating and isn't in a costume,
Jeans and a T-shirt.
they're like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Not
Can I
gonna
get
fly.
can I get a piece of candy?
Nope.
Oh,
like-
are you a millennial?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool costume.
You could have at least tried. I mean, you could have tried. That actually aggravates me more now that I think about it than the older kids not being in a costume.
Yeah, Rolando makes a great point. He says, no limit. This is not solely a child's experience. This is a community event.
Yeah,
Most
I like
adults
that.
are going to stop around 18 anyway, so it's not like a need for a hard age limit.
Right.
Like eventually you're going to be like, yeah, this is kind of lame. I'm going to find something else to do with my time. It's something you phase out of. You know, if you want to put money under the pillow for the tooth fairy when you're 12 years old, I could not care less. Eventually you'll stop doing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, let kids be kids. For those of you in the comment section that are saying there should be an age limit, I'm curious to hear your side of the discussion. So go ahead and post and let us know why you feel that way. And I'd love to open up the dialogue with you. This show's not about attacking your viewpoint. I'd like to legitimately know what the reasons are for wanting to keep 13, 14, 15-year-old kids away from your doorstep.
It's not about attacking your viewpoint. We just don't understand it.
Right, in this instance, yes.
In this case.
All right, let's move along and get to some fresh squeezed juice. We'll come back to this topic in just a second. Adam, since you're new on the show, why don't you do the honors and read the teleprompter for me?
All right, so Halloween is just about 3 weeks away here, and a new report is showing the most feared things in each state. Here in Arizona, it's anthrophobia. What is that? That's the fear of people or social situations.
Which is fitting considering our previous discussion.
But look, I can tell by the map that we're not the only ones.
No.
Looks like it's happening down in the south and then in the Wisconsin and Minnesota area. So
Texas is everything? They're just afraid of everything.
They're afraid of everything. That would be bad for our jobs.
Right.
If we were afraid of social interaction. The list is based...
Montana? Like, so it's falling on clouds.
Yeah, just falling. A fear of heights, maybe, is what that represents? I don't know.
Skydiving?
Apparently they have a lot of spiders there.
Yeah.
In the Northeast. The list is based on most searched phobias. Overall, the fear of spiders is the most popular phobia.
Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobia, correct. And that was a movie as well.
Yes, it was.
Here's a little irony for you. California, which is home to Silicon Valley and Hollywood, has a fear of success. That actually... doesn't surprise me because everybody there is trying to be successful, right?
Fear of success, fear of failure.
Fear of failure.
What's the difference, really?
I think Arizona should have a giant scorpion on it, personally.
Why social interaction? Why?
Okay, so
Arizona?
What's
Go
Alaska?
ahead,
Sorry, just that shots. Fear of
Needles,
shots.
getting shots.
Needles?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, continue.
But what does that have to do with
Florida?
Arizona?
Sleeping? Fear of sleep. Who's afraid to sleep?
Nightmares, maybe? I don't know. We're trying to interpret these like crudely drawn Pictionary caricatures here.
I don't even know what they mean.
Millipedes? Why is anyone afraid of millipedes?
That must be death in Indiana there.
Ah, yes.
See, now that seems legitimate.
Fear of being alone out
Yeah,
there? Is
like,
that
I can
West
see
Virginia?
that one.
Regular Virginia?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know that anything here in Arizona triggers the fact that particular social anxiety compared to other states. Would you think, guys?
I don't know, man. Like, I know that in our position as journalists in working on television where there are people watching us all the time, we're not supposed to have social anxiety.
Right.
I'm an extremely socially anxious person
that
outside of the suit and tie and the makeup in the work environment. Like, I seriously, like, there'll be times where I'm sitting in my apartment in the evening and I'm like, do I want to go out and get something to eat? No, I really don't want to go outside and interact with people.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Really?
like, I'm like, nah, I'm good in here, like,
So
in
how
my
do you
little
marry
nest.
the two? How do you have the two married?
It's a switch. Like, I've just been doing this so long that it doesn't feel weird at all. Like, this is just who I am professionally. But, like, personally, super private, super socially awkward, would much rather just, like, be hiding. So, like, I understand.
And
I've heard-
that's rare, though. I think.
You think so?
I think you're rare in this
I don't
business.
know. I've
'cause-
heard several people in this
Is that
industry
right?
say that. Yeah, they did it. Somebody, Huffington Post or something, did a study on it like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'll have to send it to you. It was really interesting to read that.
It's almost like you're acting. Like, it's like the
Yeah.
thespians, the crazy people on
Yeah.
stage, like, they're not like that in their real lives.
Right,
Well,
but
some
this
of them
is-
are a little eccentric.
This
But.
is you right now, though. This is me and you talking.
Yeah.
Or are you? You're not putting on a front right now.
Well, no,
Just
but I
chit-chatting.
know that we're on television, kind of.
Right.
Internet television, you know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's not to say I can't carry on conversations with people, but, like,
Right.
I struggle to keep eye contact. Do I have something in my teeth? Do I look fat? Should I sit up more? Like, I don't know. I think I understand the anxiety at least.
Yeah.
If not, to the same level as some people that can't come out of their houses or something. Like,
Right.
I get it though.
Plus, I think having to be on all week long
Yeah.
and working so hard, and then by the time you get to Friday through Sunday,
Turn it off.
You just want to sleep and
Yes.
just kind of have darkness for a few minutes and reset. So I can respect that.
Back to the Halloween discussion real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Kurt says I give the adults adult treats. So if you're over 21 at
that.
Kurt's house, we're getting jello shots.
Maybe we should be trick or treating
Yes.
in his neighborhood.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying?
No, I wanted to go back to the social anxiety thing that we're talking about. You know what's great, though, I think, Paul, is that, not to get too serious, but that has become such a massive discussion in our society.
Yeah.
About people that struggle with sort of social anxiety disorders and things like that. And it used to be like, oh, you were a soft person. You know, you were somebody of that ilk, when really it's a really honest fear and a serious mental disorder for a lot of people out there. And it's great. I think it's fantastic that it's something we can sit here and talk about and that people are talking about more openly now in society.
It's one of those things where you're a little ashamed to admit that, like, talking to people makes you feel weirded out, right? Because that's like a totally normal social thing, right? Like, that's what normal people do, is they go out and socialize. But, like, sometimes, as someone who like kind of deals with that on a daily basis, you have to like amp yourself up for it. Like, no, you need to do this. Like, you almost force yourself to be social the way you'd force yourself to exercise, because like, I know this is good for my mental health. I know that it is, and so you have to kind of just swallow your medicine. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know, but like anything, the more you do it, I think the more acclimated you become to those sort of environments.
And it helps to have folks to push you.
Yeah, true. But also doing what we do, it doesn't help because you always feel like people are looking at you, like they might recognize you. Like, you're not sure if someone's giving you the side eye for another reason or if it's because you're like, I've seen that guy somewhere. Where the heck have I seen him before?
Actually, we love your emails when you write in and say, oh, your tie didn't match today.
Yeah, yes,
oh,
thank
that
you.
was a terrible dress. I mean, we really enjoy those emails when they come in.
Just laying that sarcasm on thick. All right, let's get to our extra shot before we say goodbye, Jen.
All right, feeling the heat? We are going behind the scenes of the hit NBC show Chicago Fire. We're getting secrets from the stars and putting their firefighting skills to the test. Crystal Henderson does a fabulous job with all of these. I think she needs to star on one of the shows. She always looks like a movie star as well.
I had someone slide into the DMs this morning asking about Crystal Henderson's hair and if it's real and how she does it and which products she uses and who her hairdresser is. She kills these press junkets, though.
Yes.
Like this Windy City Wednesday thing that we got going on NBC right now with all the Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
People are loving it. They're eating it up. Like, if you like that kind of show, Wednesday is the day. Tomorrow we're going to give you a nice behind-the-scenes look on 12 Today, so hope you can join us coming up tomorrow morning on 12 Today, 4:30 to 7 a.m. Any final thoughts about the Halloween stuff before we go, guys?
That's all anyone wants to talk about.
I know.
On our Facebook page. Everybody
I
just
love
saying,
it.
as long as you wear a costume. David's with me. As long as we wear a costume. And Joanne says, when a kid is old enough to go without a parent, he is too old. So she's on the other side.
Yeah, I stop at 15. No one cared, says Jessica. Bridget, I dress up every year. I'm 53 years old. We decorate and hand out candy. It's all about the family, the community. Get on the fun. If teenagers are respectful, I don't mind giving them candy. It warms my heart when they want to dress and go out trick-or-treating. Not to get on another tangent here, but when I was a kid, I've got siblings that are considerably younger than me. So, like, am I not allowed at 15 to take my little brothers out trick-or-treating? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on
You
now.
need to.
All right, anyway, thanks for joining the discussion, guys. We appreciate you stopping by the 12 Today After Show. We do this every day, Monday through Friday at 7:30 right here, only on the Facebook page. Be good, people. We'll see you tomorrow.